absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to GWR Gonzo'S Wrestling Room, Monday, March 31st, 2025. I'm Chris Gonzo'S, joined by Tony Gonzalez, Marcus Fine, and Warren Misery. How's it going, guys?
Cool.
And David Light.
You still have issues over here?
No, I was about to say something, but I changed my mind.
David Light.
And David Light. Over
David
Martin.
Light.
I can see David Light right
Justin
there.
Danger.
He's a new part of GWR, David Light.
Well, he will be this week.
Okay.
Hey, if Justin Danger's been on your table, David Light will be looking over mine. So,
Okay. Well, we got a big show today, guys. We've got gonna have Marcus Fine.
We got Justin Danger and Dick the Bruiser out here in front of us.
Yeah, we got Ric Flair.
And now we got David Light.
Yeah. We got a rapid fire coming up later in the show with Kenneth James, and we're gonna just go right into the Marcus Fine wrestling report and birthdays and all that good stuff.
all righty. Today is an anniversary date. Anybody know what it is? I'm surprised I've not seen anything online about it.
Not WrestleMania 3. That was a couple days ago.
WrestleMania 1,
Was it WrestleMania 1? Yeah.
March 31st,
That's right.
1985. I was a junior in high school. So, I'm surprised I haven't seen anything about that today.
There was the one I shared, the Nitro episode where Chris Jericho named off all the holds.
Yep.
Arm bar.
Did you see that one where that little girl flipped him off? He said, "You don't even know what that means." I said, "Yeah, it does mean fuck you." It's like kids these days. If you see the kids at the dub,
Oh yeah.
they know what all that crap means. So kids are. Hey Reggie, I need to PM you after a bit. I've been given an assignment, so you on that a while. Okay. Anyway, today is the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania. March 31st, 1985. Of course, main evented. Hogan and Mr. T took on Orndorff and Piper, and Andre the Giant and Big John Stead, and that's just to name a few. So, okay, birthdays for two this week. Today is Mrs. Cameron Saturn's birthday, Liz. That's today her birthday. On Thursday is Mrs. Troy Miller's birthday, Libby. Saturday, our good buddy Patty Burton's birthday. So happy birthday, Patty. We miss you. I don't know where you've been, but we miss you. Keith Miller is also on Saturday, and Flash Flanagan is on Sunday. So that's our birthdays. I don't have any get well wishes. Does anybody else? I don't think I've heard anything this week.
No.
So I know Jesse had a successful surgery on his foot, ankle, whatever. I did. That video is up on the NGW site. So
Yeah, I do have one. Just I'm not gonna go in details, but just well wishes and get well soon to my brother Steve.
okay. Yes. Another Gonzo.
Yep.
Oh, good Lord. Reggie's at it already. So anyhow, what's up, Billy Buzz? Justin Danger, Reggie.
They're watching on the big TV.
Everybody.
I guess my grandkids are on the big TV tonight.
All right.
Well, Papa was going to say a lot of bad words. She better get prepared. Anyway, okay.
Tell him to get the soap for his mouth so he can just.
Oh, they do.
Yes, I hear it down there. Don't let them fool you. But okay. Friday night. WCWO's 20th anniversary show at the Outlaw Arena. Full house, loud. That's probably the loudest I've heard it in there in a long time. Very good crowd. Okay, it saw Zach Nova defeat Mike Noble with David Lee. He is now the new second-time WCWO Gunslinger champion. So, congratulations, Zach Nova. Timmy Jackson with Andre Stray defeated the WCW Territorial Champion Phoenix with T.S. Wiley. He reclaimed custody of Oliver the Cat. And this Friday, if you happen to be at the Dub, part of the stipulation was if Phoenix lost, he has to host his own dance party. So this Friday at the Dub, you'll get to see the Phoenix dance party.
Oh, man, I don't know if I'm
I don't know why you're laughing.
I'm just glad Timmy got his pussy back. So that's good.
There's Zinger 1.
And the cat made an appearance. The cat made the appearance because I said something to Michael Sterrick, which is the guy that sat next to me. I says, "You watch. There's too many people in this crowd. That cat's gonna get spooked, run out the back door of the Dub. We'll never see the cat again." And so much for the storyline and Tim's cat. So
I said that, so I might as well say what I was going to say. I might as well go ahead and say what I was going to say to open the show. What I was going to say to open the show, I was going to say, "Welcome to Ass Talk." That's what I was going to say to open the show. But okay, let's go on.
yeah,
I'm already off to a good start. What the hell?
yeah, might as well. Okay, the James gang with Skull Crusher defeated Ruthless Domination in a Texas Tornado match, and they retained the WCW Tag Team titles. It started out with special referee was WCW legend Kim Goldsby. So we did have some legends in the house. Kim Goldsby was one of them. He used to referee for Dick the Bruiser and a lot of people. So no surprise here. Pogo won the 20-year anniversary show Battle Royal. David Light. Yep. And Zay Gates with Billy Palmer defeated Jake Oman and Elijah Arrows. Andre Stray with Timmy Jackson defeated IK3. Reggie Edwards with legendary Quicksilver defeated Joey Owens in an OTQ match.
Reggie sucks.
Started out with special referee Miss Gabrielle Rosewood, and then they kind of pinned her in the corner, made her leave, and then Timmy Two Shoes came out and counted the pin. Reggie took a hell of a beating.
He deserved it.
But still won exactly how I figured he would. And Logan Myers defeated Maliko to retain the WCW Outlaw title. A lot of good matches there. Main event was good.
What was your match of the night?
Well, the main event, and I would say David Light and Zay Gates against Jake Oman and Elijah Arrows. That was pretty good. So, all right. Then I have, and we'll go ahead and do Saturday. Oh, hang on. What do I got here? Oh, I put them on too big. Okay. WCW returns Frankfurt Friday night. Full house. They said 115. I'm guessing that's where they stopped counting. I'm guessing 150. It was packed.
I heard 150.
Maybe that's what I heard. 1550, kind of that loud crowd. That could have been what I heard.
I heard 150 is what I heard.
Okay. So, Frankfurt, we've got it back. WCW Fight Night. Frankfurt, Indiana. Andre Stray defeated Brody Bodkins with Billy Palmer to open the show in a hell of a match. The James Gang with David Lee defeated Austin James and Johnny Blaze and Pogo and Timmy Jackson in a triple threat tag team match to retain the WCW tag team titles. Troy Valentine defeated the WCW Territorial Champion Phoenix Waterboy and Mark Magnus in a fatal four-way. WCW Gunslinger Champion Zach Nova defeated Jake Oman. Non-title match. Juan Sanchez defeated IK3. Jackson Morgan and Will Asher defeated TJ Powers and Mike Noble, again with David Lee. Main event, Zay Gates defeated Maliko and David Light in a triple threat match. So,
what was your match of the night?
Oh, goodness. The opener, Andre Stray and Brody Bodkins was good. Actually, I don't have a bad match on there. I really can't pick. All those was good.
It was a really good show. Mine was, man, there's like three of them that really stood out. Really stood out. I'm going to go with Oman and Nova.
Yeah, that was a good one.
What do you think, Chris?
Oh, man. It was a great show. Crowd was loud. The crowd was loud. Like you guys said, building was packed. Wasn't a bad match. I'd either have to go either Oman and Nova or Sanchez and IK3.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
But Brody and Stray done a hell of a job kicking the show off.
Yeah.
That was a great match to kick the show off with.
I agree.
Main event was real good too. So I mean, like I said, it was a great show all the way through. But I enjoyed the Sanchez and IK3 match.
Yeah, that's Kelly's favorite. She just was telling me that.
That was probably my favorite by just a little bit. Omen and Nova was right there. Hey, I got too many names.
Okay.
And our young grandkids was in attendance along with their daughter-in-law.
They had a blast.
And they're watching it, and my grandson got away from them and came over and did commentary with us for about 30 seconds until Gigi got over there to take him back to where he belonged. Yeah. So, but he did. He rushed right up, right around the corner. Chris let him in there, and he commentated for about 30 seconds.
He was trying to get over there all night.
She had to hold on to him because he was going to storm the ring. So,
I've seen that.
We got to rethink how to contain him a little more. And I guess yesterday he kept texting his mom, "When's the next match?" Or not texting his mom. She was texting me every about half hour, 30 minutes, 40, 50 minutes. He'd run in. Is there any more wrestling? Like we spot show those like right now? And like, oh yeah, we just put one together. So anyhow, fantastic night in Frankfurt. They will be back.
And wasn't that a record for you guys? That was the shortest trip.
That broke the record of 2010 of 1.3 miles, and it was only 0.8 to the fairgrounds. A new record for the shortest trip ever. So
it'd be hard to
match. The sad thing about that was when we got done, we had to go get some dinner, and we had to go past our house to come back because and everybody in Frankfurt that came to Frankfurt Friday realized there ain't nothing in Frankfurt to be doing. They're all like, okay, you have a Walmart. What else you have? We don't have anything else.
Welcome to Frankfurt.
They all went to get something to eat. Some went to the gas station. Billy Palmer went to the Japanese place. And the rest of them came back with Dollar General bags because there is nothing else in Frankfurt. Okay. So they'll all learn to eat before you get there, I guess.
You're going to say, so the moral of that story is make sure you eat before you go to Frankfurt.
And hey, we did have the loudest pop we ever had, not counting Thunderstorm. We even had a louder pop in Frankfurt than we did at Comic Con. So for GWR.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we got pretty good pop with when Abby plugged us there. That was pretty cool.
Oh, and I got 2 thank yous out of Abby. I got the one on Friday she promised me, and she gave me a thank you on Saturday in Frankfurt. So
you probably won't get another one for a couple years.
That's it. I'm done. She won't give me no. So, okay, we'll carry on. These results are courtesy of Steve Butler. He went to the JICW Big Country Memorial Show. Said there's about 50 there. Okay, and it's JICW, so here we go with 4,000 matches. Here we go. The pre-show saw Rob Fotone defend Finnegan. I don't know who those guys are. Thomas Moore was announced as the new GM of JICW. Then Thomas, Levi Motionless, and Brutal Ben Baker later tribute, pep talk, and a 10-bell salute for Big Country. AZK and Saul Marston celebrated their recent tag team victory and were challenged by Workhorses. And that was made possible. And then the Workhorses defeated Oh So Delicious via interference from stablemate Wade Evans. Tyler Bodine pinned Tate Manson. Ampo the Destroyer pinned Jaden Jameson. That's what I had. CFR defeated Cousin Cooter. Mickey Knuckles celebrated her victory from being the JSCW Women's Champ. Max Sterling defeated Spider Murphy, last man standing. Now we have intermission.
Damn.
I told you it was AZK and Saul Marston retained the tag titles against Warhorse via DQ.
Wow.
Scarecrow aided the champs. Okay, Wade Evans beat Scarecrow via a cheap shot. Brandon Valor retained the Cruiserweight title against Alex Wright.
Das Wonder Kid? Alex Wright?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not the guy.
Is it time for the second intermission?
Well, we're at match 9 now. Relay fans bring the weapons. This is it. Levi Motionless defeated Big T. Thomas Moore and Brutal Ben Baker by pinning Moore. And he gets a future JICW Intercontinental title shot against Moore. All right. And then they did a lot of Big Country stories afterwards. So, anyway, there you go.
And just for all the fans so they know, that show just ended about 5 minutes ago.
No, yeah, they did. They had to get done.
We just got the results. Butler called. He's just leaving.
Reggie, I'm not down in JSCW. They do okay. They do decent work. I mean, they're a whole different ball game. But we've had some where we've been 13 matches before. It's so 9's pretty good. That's a short show for them.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think the one show we was at there was 15 matches.
15 matches.
15 matches.
That was 15 matches. One show we went and 2 intermissions.
It's pretty sad when they start out with 4 pre-show matches.
Marcus, wouldn't you had a show? I can't remember the name, so I'm not even going to say the name anyway. But wouldn't you had a show in Jeffersonville where there was 3 or 4 intermissions?
Ward was there.
Ward was at that show as well.
Yeah, Ward was sitting behind us that night. Yep, I think there was 17 matches that night because they had 4 pre-show matches and then they start. Yes.
But I'll be honest with you, with that one show, we went to 15 matches, and we and Chris went into. I think it was the first show we did, and Chris was worried. 15 matches, what the hell are we doing? But I tell you what, it was actually a pretty good show. They actually did a pretty good job of running the show, even though it was still 3 hours long. It ran pretty well. I would prefer 2 hours, 2.5 at the most, but
yeah.
Some places are going to be happy to have enough wrestlers show up to want to put on 15 matches. Some places struggle to get 5 matches under their belts, so it's like that. Be able to have that speaks a little bit about everything.
Yeah, they do. Like I said, JSCW does all right. They are a total different ball game. Their style's totally different. So, if you want to change in what you normally see, they will give it to you. I've only been to one bad round. So, and that was at the arena when they decided. Oh, never mind. Okay, so
I thought we was going to Marcus Fine storytelling time.
Yeah.
Okay,
trip downhill.
It was something else. Okay, I'm going to read these off because Warren says he was in behind. I'll read these off and I'll let him do his take. These are from AVW in Danville, Illinois yesterday, courtesy of Casey. All right, let's see. Joey O'Reilly and Clayton Clark defeated Depravity. The way she write these. Okay, War Beast retained their tag team titles against Miguel Murphy and Stetson Winters. Elijah Arrows and Carter Kaufman defeated David Light and Leela Feast. David Light and Leela Feast. Zay Gates defeated Kendall Fry. He retained the AVW No Limits Championship. Christian Cash defeated Cecil Cerveza. Cold Heart Cash defeated the Dad Bods. Ricky Guns and Jackson Morgan. Okay, Jackson Morgan defeated Ricky Guns to retain his 210 key to the 210 championship. He now has 3 keys. I thought that would have been his 4th key.
I think it may have been 4.
Okay. And Jimmy Carrot defeated Ashton Adonis to retain the AVW Heavyweight Championship. So I hope I didn't screw those up too bad. I didn't. The way she wrote them the way she had them. So
I mean, there was a lot of shenanigans and a lot of, I don't want to say interferences. But I do notice as I'm looking over in the chat here, I don't see that referee ref Mike in there and his slow count when my guys had War Beast pinned for the 3 and he slow counted that 3 count. They should have the belts by now, but for some reason, this guy knows the other dude that was wrestling. This guy is familiar with that Hidari guy that was in there wrestling, and my guys had them beat. But for some reason, Casey employs these refs that can't count to 3 fast enough. But there was a lot of Casey was pushing her weight around a little bit there. She was pushing Cold Hard Cash out of the ring and keeping them away from ringside. But
they needed to be pushed away.
Yeah, they weren't doing anything wrong out there.
Oh, whatever. They're always doing something wrong.
So,
Andre Stray's in here, dude. We just complimented you on your big match with Brody on Saturday.
It was a great match.
I did let him know that Andre Stray is going to probably make a really good chance.
I need to bring this up while he's on there too. Standing drop kick, dude. Andre Stray did a standing drop kick Saturday night against Brody. I have the picture. It's blurry, but I do have it. So look at my pictures and you'll see it, Andre Stray, of your standing drop kick. So,
but yeah, I think last night. I mean, there was still a great turnout, even with the storm and whatnot, and the fans were loud and full throat. And April 13th, back to 210. So be back there starting, and I do believe the rest of my compadres here are going to be there, right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
oh, Tony hasn't had a girlfriend calling ever.
That was my wife.
That's all I have.
Okay,
Fantastic
guys.
weekend. Fantastic weekend.
That was a blast. Yeah.
We're going to do our favorite moments of 2024 and GWR.
Was that the day? I'm sorry.
Yes, I
I had
sent
to
you
throw
a
it.
day. You know I
You
did.
did. I'm gonna have to throw that in there because we've only been trying to do this for a
I'm gonna
month.
let Marcus start, and I'm going to call my wife. Make sure ain't nothing wrong.
What do you want me to start with? You want me to do both sets? What?
That's nice.
Well, it's a GWR in your own personal moments. So is
Oh.
that what I'm doing, Chris?
Sure.
Yeah, you remember you've watched the movie Major League, right?
Yeah.
And two. Chris reminds me of the guy that sat next to Bob Euchre's character when he passes out drunk. He's like,
All right. So my GWR moments. My 1-year anniversary of GWR at the Bearcat Rumble. We did commentary in 7 promotions in 8 cities. The successful rapid fire segment that Tony created. And I also had how people can't wait to see us. They want to hear what we have to say. They care what we have to say. Obviously, that's true with the results that we're still hearing about the rankings. And we're past the third quarter of 2025, and I'm still hearing about it. So that was my GWR moments. And then I had my personal moments, of course, is seeing my micro buddies, Ivar Little, Aussie, Chief Littlefoot. Didn't get to see those. 4 states, 82 shows. We was awarded the DCCW Dave Schultz Award back at the Bearcat Rumble. Kelly become a ring announcer. Again, my 1 year with GWR, we met Kurt Angle. I have the bell ringer I bell ring for FEW because of the situation at the time, and then I am the bell ringer also at AACW. So, and we're meeting a lot of people, and our numbers are going up every week. So, but that's what I had.
Okay, Warren, you want to go next?
yeah, I mean, mine's pretty much all in one, being the relative newcomer when it comes down to it. Honestly, my moment of the year is being brought into this with you guys, and you guys bringing me in, letting me be part of this. It's opened so many doors for me to meet so many cool people and really see independent wrestling in a different light, and meeting so many people behind the curtain and seeing how things are run. And honestly, I mean, it seems every day I'm making more and more friends, and more people are getting to know me, which sort of boggles my mind a little bit, that there's people that are like coming to me that I watch wrestle and all that. And they're like, hey, what's going on, Warren? And I'm like, oh, wow. I'm just a guy, man, and, so it's like, that's my huge moment from last year was getting into this, and it's been unreal. And to steal a line from Marcus that he said a lot, it has been a dream come true for me to do this. And it's a blast. And it, without getting too in depth with stuff, it's been one of the most helpful things mentally for me in my life to do this kind of stuff. And it's, and like I said, I appreciate you guys and everyone that's watching and everyone that isn't watching, but still talks to us. I appreciate all of you. And that's, I look forward to more and more fun and the laughs and sharing all the inside stuff, the inside jokes we have, and the outer jokes that everyone has, and yeah, it's been a fun ride. It's going to continue to be a great ride, and I'm glad we're expanding and more people are getting us noticed, or getting noticing us, and people are taking the chance on us and rolling the dice on us. I hope we do great for them, but yeah, that's my take on my memories from this last year.
It's awesome. Yeah. Real quick, since he mentioned expanding, I'll bring this up. We are expanding on Thursdays. Every Thursday, starting this Thursday, we're going to be having a new wrestling show. We talk pro wrestling. It's called Faces and Heels Pro Wrestling Talk. And we're looking for pro wrestlers that want to come on, that watch the shows, and want to come on and talk wrestling with us. So if you're interested, give me or Chris or Marcus or Warren a call.
Why don't you explain what the difference is going to be between the new show and this show?
This show is
that way, that way people kind of know what to expect.
Yeah, people are probably noticing this show is becoming more and more about independent wrestling. This is what we want GWR on Mondays to pretty much focus, probably 95% at least, on independent wrestling. This is what we want it to be. And then the other show will be more focused on pro wrestling, maybe an hour long or something like that, on weekly pro wrestling and the pay-per-views and stuff like that. So that would be the difference. Real quick, I'll do my list, and then we'll let Chris do his. I don't have a ton, but probably a lot of the same stuff that you guys had. Comic-Con last year, and it's been that way and every year. Just great experience, man. It's just really enjoy it. Like seeing the tributes and some of the videos of Don Bash or somebody I didn't get to meet. That's always something. It's been very interesting to me because I never got to meet the man and see how much he was loved by people with the dub. Seeing Kurt Angle was really cool. Seeing the growth of the product of FEW, how much the wrestling product in the ring has gotten better. I like that. Commentating all the shows with the GWR family, man, it's just a blast for me. This is something I didn't know I was going to be doing when 3 or 4 years ago when Chris was doing Gonzo'S Sports Room, and then all of a sudden I end up involved. So, it's been kind of a dream come through. I was a little kid back in the day. Believe it or not, back then they even had 8-track recorders. I was taping stuff on 8-track and taping my voice doing baseball games and stuff. So I always wanted to be a commentator. Always interested in that kind of stuff. So this is something I never thought was going to, happen. Also bringing in Warren, something that I was really excited about. I thought that he would be a good addition, and it's worked out for the show. And it's also worked out great for him. So I'm definitely happy with that. And just the growth of our weekly show, man. Our weekly show has really been doing really well. We're getting a lot of views, a lot of people interacting with us. So it's doing really well. And that's pretty much for me, Chris.
So you're saying Chris originally brought you in, so we can blame Chris for putting together this ragtag motley crew of stuff. This is all Chris's fault. Then is what we're saying.
Yeah,
all on him.
Hey, if you want to talk about the ragtag crew, you should have seen the original crew.
Yeah, Gonzo'S wrestling room did not have to. He was there. He was just the little guy that sat at the end of the table. He wasn't part of that.
One of the guys, when Chris had a beard like this, and the other guy, my nephew Stevie, he had a beard like that, and they did a show together with Jeremy Hadley came and joined the table, and first thing he said, "I'm here. I was sick. I'm here watching at home." And the first thing he said was, "You guys look like you both live underneath a bridge." I fell off the couch and I was on the floor, absolutely losing it. My son Jeff comes in. What the hell is going on?
That was at NGW in Shelbyville.
Not NGW.
Or New Era. New Era. My bad. New Era. But yeah, it was our first time going to New Era, and Hadley came over and joined us for about 10 minutes doing commentary, and that was some of the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, Stevie wanted to kill him. First thing he did, called him a ginger.
Yeah, he called
Stevie's got red hair.
Yeah, he called him a ginger. Stevie goes, "I'm about ready to punch him." I said, "Dude, you do that, you're going to get the hell beat out of it, and I'm going to be laughing the whole time."
And the second thing he said is, "You guys both look like you live underneath a bridge." It was awesome. It was one of my favorite things ever.
You would have got to hear the whole story of how it all got started, but I only got to tell part of it of the last interview I had. So
no, we know about the banner, but tell them the story of how Tony got the position. because you froze out the other
Oh
guy.
yeah, we went to the Dub on a night before the Super Bowl for a show. It wasn't a Dub show. It wasn't a Dub show, but it was at
Thunder
the
and Blunder. I'll say it. It was Thunder and Blunder.
There's another one. Had how many matches?
But anyway, it was colder than hell, and outside that night before the Super Bowl, it was probably close to 0. But we were right there by the door. Well, of course, everybody kept opening the door, going in and out. We froze the whole night. My cousin never went to another wrestling show. He never came back.
No.
That's the last show he ever done with me.
Yeah, which I was already doing commentary before then. But
yeah, because Eric had some stuff going on and had to stop for a while, and then
unfortunately got sick and passed away. Yeah, so, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Okay, Chris.
A lot of my stuff was the same as what you guys had said. Getting to meet Kurt Angle and getting to see my son's face when he got the chance to get his picture taken with Kurt Angle. I mean, hell, he was on top of the world that day just because he got to meet Kurt Angle. So that was awesome. Like you said, Comic-Con and PopCon every year has been great. Show I always enjoy doing is Juneteenth. For one, it's right here in our hometown, but it's outside.
Let me ask you
and something about this year's Juneteenth that was cool was we got to see the debut of Sanchez and Nova, and look how far they've came from then to now. We got to see we got to see their debut. But it's always fun that Juneteenth show is because when you go to a lot of these wrestling shows, for people that maybe don't go to a lot of them, a lot of times it's people that know what's going on. It's wrestling fans. Like the Juneteenth, even like Comic-Con, it's not necessarily wrestling fans. It's people that are there at an event and are there to watch it. And you see all the kids at Juneteenth just have a blast. Like there'll be the bleachers on the side. Most of it's kids, and they're going crazy the whole time. It's cool. It's cool to watch. So that's always one of my favorite events that we go to. And just the way that WCWO, and they're not the only one because a lot of organizations have accepted this, and we do a lot of places. But the way WCWO has treated us as we're part of the Dub family, I greatly appreciate that. Brody Bodkins coming over and grabbing Marcus by the shirt. That's going to be one of the moments I'll remember because for one, Marcus's face, but for two, it caught me off guard.
Yeah, I was looking the other way, and it scared the holy shit out of me. I didn't know.
I didn't know he was going to do that.
And then the other thing is just like Jordan James, a lot of these guys that wear the GWR shirts to the shows, and just the support and stuff that we get from a lot of the wrestlers.
All the people we've met.
We appreciate that. And getting to meet all the people we've met.
The wrestlers, and
some of those was going to be what I was going to say, but some of them were this year. Like Chavo Guerrero walked up to me and introduced himself to me. Like,
did the same
to
thing
me, that's just a wild that I've ever had the opportunity that Mr. Anderson and Chavo just come up and say, "Hey, I'm Chavo." Yeah. It's just never thought that would happen. So
it's crazy.
That's been some cool moments.
But just over the years, period, just meeting the wrestlers and striking up friendships, and even with some of the fans too. So it's pretty cool. I got a question: how far are we from the park? Can we beat Marcus's 1/8 of a mile?
Probably pretty damn close. It might be more than 0.8 though. It'd be pretty close to the park.
Pretty close, yeah. The park's pretty close.
We'd probably have a chance to beat Marcus's record. I'd have to look. I'm gonna look it up.
I know Central won't beat it.
And the Armory won't. No, I don't know. The Armory's probably just.
Well, I thought you said you were close to the Armory, but
we are close. But I'm trying to think. Actually, we're about the same distance.
If anything comes here, I know the park, the probably would have is about a mile away from me. So I think you guys would have me beat no matter what. So,
and that's the other thing. Reggie Edwards even said it. Meeting him, I think, and yeah, I mean, you do have a few negatives every now and then.
Reggie don't count.
No, I tell you what, we've been a lot of places and everything. We have really. There's been a very, very few negative experiences, man. Really, it's been all. Pretty much pretty good. There may be some better than others, but everything's been really good, man. We really can't complain, I mean, we've had some pretty good experiences and been having a lot of fun and having a good time.
A lot more good experiences than we've had.
Oh yeah, it's night and day. But yeah, definitely have a lot of fun, and hopefully it can continue.
He has us beat. It's one. It's 1 mile.
1 mile. Damn it.
Barely have you beat.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't very far. I went about the Armory. I didn't check the Armory. Armory's probably about the same.
Well, you check that, and then we're gonna bring in our special guest.
Ready for bring him in?
Yep, let's bring him in. We got pro wrestler Kenneth James, and definitely
How's it going, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm tired and exhausted.
Why?
Well, I mean, it's been a while since I've had to do 3 shows in a weekend, so
I bet. Well, we'll get things started, and Marcus will go first, and then Warren second. I will be third, and Chris will be fourth.
okay.
All right. My standard question is always the same one. When did you get interested and how did you get started?
Man, I've been interested in being a professional wrestler my whole life. I honestly remember my first wrestling memory is watching my grandma get mad at the TV when Bret Hart's getting his butt kicked. So, and then I got started in early 2005. I was trained by Sean Cook and Guy Lombardo in Lafayette.
Okay, Warren.
I'll get right to it. What do you like playing more, a face or a heel?
I love being a heel.
You're good at it.
I haven't seen him do face too much.
Heels out of my comfort zone because I'm generally a nice, calm, relaxed guy, but me being a heel has turned up to 11, if anybody gets that reference.
Okay, my question is best independent wrestling match you've ever seen.
Oh, wow. There's been so many. I'm going to have to say, oh, wow. It'd be PT Hustler and Joey Owens. But there's so many of those I can't pick out just one.
Okay, Chris.
We'll go with Kelly's question first, real
Here we
quick.
go.
Kelly wants to know who your favorite super fan is, Kelly or Marcus.
Yes.
I'm going to plead the fifth.
That's not how it goes, buddy. You got it.
All the time.
I'm going to go with the safe answer. To answer that question, that one's a hard one because Kelly and Marcus have both been to a lot of shows that I've been in. Whether I'm a heel or a face, Kelly's always going to boo me. So,
Okay, Chris.
When you got into the wrestling business, what was the hardest thing for you to learn?
to fall.
Okay. Marcus, I had a question real quick for you. It just came to me when he was saying, what wrestler do you think you've seen the most have you seen the most of going to all these independent shows?
Oh, man. I couldn't even begin to tell you.
I'll have Marcus think about this over the next week or so.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
Marcus
That's
will be doing some
probably
homework.
Joey Owens.
Analytics.
Yeah. He'll be driving killer
Joey
crazy.
Owens. I've seen him just about everywhere.
That's true.
So that's probably what I'm going to have to say.
Joey. Okay. All right, Marcus, time for your question. I just that popped in my head and I wanted to ask you.
Okay, so you trained Sean and Guy. Who else trained with you? I know Brett Havoc was one.
Brad was actually the class after me.
Okay.
My class was Martin Fernandez.
BMFX guys. That's where
Let's see here. Brandon Kruger, which was one of the original owners of NGW. Jason Young, Chris Cardio, and Johnny Rich.
Oh, you're the only one left out of that group.
And I'm the only guy left.
Wow.
Okay, Warren.
All right, we're going to jump in the time machine. I'm going to give you one front row center ticket to any professional wrestling match in the history of professional wrestling. Where do you want to go?
Shawn Michaels, Bret Havoc, Iron Man match, WrestleMania. Such a great story to tell over 60 minutes.
Yep, that's an awful good one there. Funniest person you've been around in a wrestling locker room?
Oh man, geez. I would have to say Congo Kong.
We've gotten that answer a few times.
Yeah, yeah, we have.
A few guys have said Congo. What's one thing you love about the wrestling business, and what's something that you hate about the wrestling business?
Well, we'll go with the hate first. I hate the backstage politics. I love being able to entertain people, whether you cheer for me, boo me. You pay your admission to do whichever one you want.
Marcus?
Sorry, I'm writing stuff down. All right, one more last training question. You've also trained people. I know one. Who else have you trained? I'll see if you name the one. I'm pretty sure you will, but go ahead.
Well, I had a hand in training Justin Myers.
Yeah, that's the one I had wrote down. Yep.
And Drew Lykos.
I hadn't seen him in a while either. Well, that was a tag team partner at the time, yes.
Yeah, those are the two kids that I had a big hand in training.
The Wabash guys. Yep.
Yep.
Well,
and then here lately I've been helping out at the Dub when I can. So.
Hey, Warren.
All right, we're going to stay in that time machine and go back a little bit further. Little KJ, what was the favorite finishing move he liked watching as a kid?
I was a little warrior. I wasn't a Hulkamaniac, so I was a warrior. So it'd be the gorilla press slam into the splash.
Could you guys just imagine? KJ with a full beard.
Oh Lord. When I say these names, let me know what you think of. First name I'm gonna say is Don Basher.
Indiana legend.
Joey Owens.
Wow. Great mind for the business.
Jordan James.
Underrated.
Agree with that.
And my last one is TJ Powers.
Wow, TJ.
you don't have to censor it.
TJ is very knowledgeable.
Okay, Chris.
What's been the best piece of advice about pro wrestling that you've been given, and who gave it to you?
So my best piece of wrestling advice was actually from Congo Kong many, many years ago, and he said, always dress the part.
Marcus?
Well, I wasn't going to bring that up, but with that answer, tell us about your other persona that you have not debuted in a decade and a half.
I think it's time for him to come back.
Yeah, I do too.
Wow. Marcus is making me hop in the time machine. So when I pick my hair out, I have an afro. I used to do a character called Disco Stew on Halloween shows.
I think we got to see this, and he should hook up with Jimmy Jackson.
I want to dance. That's all I remember that
So,
night. I lost my shit.
It
I
was.
want to dance.
It was. It's comedy for me. I don't really. I don't like disco music at all. I hate disco music. But there was one night PT Hustler was doing a Halloween show, and he was like, "Hey, you got to dress up," and I was like, "Okay." So that's what I did.
It was classic. I'm telling you. And there's pictures somewhere. I'm just trying to find them.
They're probably on MySpace somewhere, which is very far back in the time machine there.
MySpace with the disco music.
I
Yeah.
want to dance. That's all I remember. I want to dance.
Okay, Warren.
All right, let's take one retired professional wrestler and one current wrestler. Who would you want to tag with the most out of each?
So retired would be there's two for retired. There it's a tie. It'd be Shawn Michaels because I was a huge Rocker fan growing up, and Kurt Angle because of the technician side of Kurt. And current would be Cody.
Your toughest wrestling feud that you was in?
Oh wow. It'd be Bret Havoc, who's one of my best friends in the business. We have probably had over 100, 150 matches.
Really?
That's a heck of a feud.
That is a heck of a feud. That sounds like Dusty Ric Flair.
Well, that's the matches they used to use when they were testing you guys out for new promotions.
Yep.
That was your debut matches. I've been to several of them. And then you introduced that move. Do you even still do that? I can't even think where you like flip him and you know what I'm talking, right?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Because you couldn't get anybody else to do it right.
Right.
So.
Okay, Chris.
What in your eyes? What's been your biggest accomplishment in the wrestling business?
Having the younger kids actually ask me for advice and listen to it.
Marcus?
Okay, your first live match that you remember ever seeing.
Oh wow. First live match that I remember seeing. I remember it was in Indianapolis, and I remember Hogan was in the main event.
Chris wasn't there. He wouldn't know.
Oh, he wasn't there.
No, because every time I tried to see Hogan, he never fucking showed up.
I think it was shortly after the No Holds Barred movie came out, because Zeus was in WWE still.
Okay, was it Mr. Perfect?
It might have been.
Was that one? Yeah, I was there that night.
Might have been.
TV taping that night. Everybody was there that night.
I was just a little guy.
Yeah, I was there that night with my mom. Yep.
I laugh at that because, I mean, I've been to Raws and SmackDowns and pay-per-views, and I can't barely remember anything. And Mark's like, I know exactly.
Because they were filming, it's not going to be a very Merry Christmas. So it was between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And Zeus was there, and all he did was the Brother Love show because he come out, that's all he did. But I was there.
Okay, Ward.
Marcus, is it okay if I ask the bump question? I know I've asked it before, and you've had.
Yeah, you can because I don't have a special bump for him.
Okay,
What's
the worst bump you've ever taken in the ring?
Being double suplexed by two little people. Worst bump ever.
As in little people or short people or midgets?
Midgets.
Well, so
who were they?
Well, it was Tony and who?
I wasn't me.
I don't
Cody.
I don't remember exactly who they were, but it was at a wedding reception, and they wanted wrestling at their wedding reception. So,
okay, well,
did Jason Maples put that together?
No, it was not Jason Maples.
That sounds like a Jason Maples event.
Just tell me you came out in like a tearaway tuxedo. I mean, like,
no, I did not. Nope.
Was you just supposed to do that night?
No, I was actually the heel. So,
wow.
Okay, if you started your own wrestling promotion tomorrow, who would be the first three people you would hire?
Are we talking indies or are we talking like WWE?
Let's do both if you want to.
So if I'm building an indie promotion, I'm definitely going to grab IK3. Probably going to grab Jake Omen as well.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
And if I'm going with a younger guy, it'd be Elijah Arrows.
It's a good three.
Yeah, definitely.
And now if I'm starting a wrestling promotion that's going to be immediately on TV, I'm grabbing Cody, Punk, and probably Adam Cole via NXT era.
He was hot then, definitely. Okay, Chris.
What's been a few of your favorite matches that you've had?
Well, most of my matches with Bret Havoc have been very memorable and favorable. Chris Calber at Emerge. Donnie Idol at New Era. The highlight reel.
All good guys.
Oh yeah. Okay, Marcus.
Yep.
All right. Well, I haven't asked this question in a while because we haven't had anybody with any length of time under them. First WrestleMania you remember watching within 6 months after it took place?
Wow. A lot of the WrestleManias I've actually watched. So, I remember watching WrestleMania 4 6 months after it took place.
Right.
So Marcus, what was the card with that one? Since he
Well, that was the tournament to determine the new world champion because Hogan lost the belt to Andre and Indy, and then they sold it to DiBiase. And
Yep.
then Trump Plaza 1 year because it was a Trump Plaza the next year too, but it was that tournament to determine the new, and that's when Savage wrestled 4 times and won.
Yeah, I think they dropped the ball.
I can tell you.
I think they dropped the ball at not having DiBiase win the belt.
I agree 100% with that.
Well, speaking of belts, which would you rather have, a 3-month run as a world champion or a 9-month run as an Intercontinental champion?
Well, I'm hoping the 9-month run would lead to a lengthier run for the WWE for the world title.
That makes sense.
Oh, that's a good answer because that's the way it's supposed to be.
Well, but also, yeah, the Royal Rumble winners are supposed to main event WrestleMania, but that's another time, another place.
Yeah.
It ain't been that way for a while. If you could be any pro wrestler for a day, who would it be?
Ric Flair.
What
Didn't even hesitation
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
what era? Because I'm
Ric
sure you don't
Flair.
want to be Flair today because you can't get around it.
Well, he's
It'd
not
be
wrestling.
Ric Flair when he was a limousine riding jet flying,
Yeah.
kid stealing, wheeling, dealing, son of a gun.
That's the only way to answer that question. So
Yeah, you don't want the one that liver's dead. No.
Did you imagine listening to him tell some stories?
we definitely have to do that at midnight. That'd be our midnight show. 'Cause
You would need like 3 days
Chris?
at least.
Oh yeah. Who's been the or no? I think you've already asked that one, have you? Who his toughest opponent was?
Yep.
Oh, bro, Chris is looking at my list. Well, go ahead. I don't think he's asked that. He asked who his
I
next match was.
I thought you did it.
I did.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Oh, if a young wrestler comes up to you for advice, what would be your best advice that you'd give a young wrestler?
Sit down, shut up, and listen.
That's about the answer we get from most people.
Don't be that. So,
If you could be any independent wrestler other than yourself for a day, who would it be?
Wow. So many good independent names. Oh, wow. That one's a tough one. I honestly don't know because there's so many that I would want to be just from different aspects.
Okay. Whose turn is it? I think I went out turn.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's Marcus.
Say that.
I'm
Okay,
confused.
Chris must have played the reverse card.
Yeah, we played Skippo. We reversed. Warren, it's your turn. We'll go back to the other one.
Oh, I got the skip card. Okay.
no, Marcus's turn. Marcus.
Yeah, it's Marcus' turn. I know. I just said that.
Oh, okay. Draw 4.
Okay. Who would you like to work that you haven't worked yet? Big time and independence. A lot of big time. So who do you want to work on the big time and who do you want to work on the independence?
On the big time, if I had to pick anybody, it'd be Cody, just because of his mind for the business. and his psychology in telling a story. Independence, Jimmy Carrot.
Yeah. That guy's gold.
Oh, you should have seen the look he had yesterday, Marcus. He was looking like $1 million yesterday.
Yeah,
when he
I'm sure he was. Yeah.
Warren?
We talked a little bit about this yesterday. What's some of your favorite wrestlers in Japan?
Well, all-time favorite is Liger, and then Muda. So, I'm an old school guy, regardless of what region.
Well, won't skip over me because I want to outturn Chris. It's your turn.
Kelly has one.
Yeah.
Kelly's got one.
So out of all the managers and independent, who's your favorite?
Oh wow. I'm gonna be. This is a little biased because he's actually managed me, and that's John Downs.
Okay, well, as long as you didn't say Wiley, we're all right with it.
The man knows how to get heat
Yeah, we're
when
gonna
the
have-
guy in the ring can't get heat. So
we're gonna have him on in a few weeks here. So
Yeah, he wasn't happy because we called him Josh.
Josh Downs. wait till he says Comic-Con.
Yeah.
oh my lord.
Wait till he sees the commentary on Comic-Con. Okay, Chris.
Speaking of Comic-Con, what do you think about the experience with WCW at Comic-Con?
I love the experience. It gives me a chance to test my endurance for one, and it gives me a chance to work in front of a different crowd that's generally not wrestling fans.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Marcus, we've got 3 more questions.
all right, well then since Chris has the Comic-Con, I'll ask: was Thunderstorm your biggest crowd you ever worked in front of, and how'd you like working?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. It was because I've done some college shows, but don't really know the attendance number.
No, you got to be sober for those. So go ahead. I've seen those Wabash College shows. I've never been there, but buddy, I've seen video. It's like wow.
And I'm not gonna lie to say that I wasn't a little bit nervous.
Yeah. There was definitely a cool atmosphere that night. That's for sure.
Yes. Warren?
All right, they talked a lot about the guys. Is there a particular female wrestler you'd like to do a mixed tag with? That'd be your partner?
Oh, I'm gonna be biased on this one and say Becky Lynch. She's Irish. I'm Irish. I mean, I've actually met Becky. She's awesome. So,
I want to know your favorite food, music, TV show, and movie.
oh wow. Favorite food? I'm a pizza guy. I eat pizza all the time. Music, it depends on my mood. Right now, it's been a lot of Shaman's Harvest. And what was the other one? Movie?
TV show and movies.
Oh, TV show. I've been watching a lot of The Rookie here lately.
That's a good one.
And movies, Varsity Blues.
That's a good.
Yep, that's a good one. Yeah.
I don't want your life.
Okay, Chris.
Well, you were just a minute ago. You mentioned about how at Comic-Con, and actually, I mentioned it earlier too. How about the Juneteenth shows? Some of the fans are not normal wrestling fans. What's the biggest difference in working a show like that than maybe working a normal show where most of the crowd's wrestling fans, and then you go to a show where most of them are not? Is it easier, harder?
To me, it's a little bit harder because they don't know any of the characters. They don't know any of the backstories or any of the stories at all. Where you get a wrestling fan that they probably have followed some of the stories and know some of the characters. Like this year at the first show at Comic-Con, I was in the main event against Andre Stray, and I knew I had to go out and get some heat to help get him over as a babyface.
Marcus?
All right, 2 more, right?
Yep.
All right, Mount Rushmore. I need your Mount Rushmore.
So my Mount Rushmore is Ric Flair, hands down first pick for that one. Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, and probably DDP. I know that's one from left field, but
I think we had a DDP once. So it's a good one.
Warren.
All right, it's gonna be a little bit of a two-parter. First, besides resting, what does the conniving Kenneth James do in his time off? And the second part of that, what's your ranked Black Ops score?
so I like to play video games. And I am my ranked Black Ops score right now is gold 1.
I'm gonna say that's a good ranking. I don't know
I
nothing
have
about
no
Black
idea.
Ops.
In any of the video games. Your opinion, best independent wrestler in Indiana.
Wow. Probably Eric Dillinger. I've known Eric for a long time, and he has come a long way. So, or Dale Patrick's, one or the other.
Dale's good too. Chris?
Is there a wrestler or two that you have kind of based your style off of?
I've been watching. I watched a lot of old Four Horsemen, so it'd be Arn. I had somebody tell me one time I was born in the wrong era. If I'd have been born and earlier and around in the 70s, 80s, it wouldn't have been Flair and Tully and Arn and Ole. It'd have been Flair and 3 Andersons. So,
Marcus?
Final question. Okay, I told you, you do not have to censor this. We need a funny story.
this is not only funny, but it's a little crazy. When I was a greenhorn going to shows, I rode with Justin Andrews one time, and he decided he was going to get up in the driver's seat and moon the other car of greenhorns as they passed us on the interstate.
And he's in the passenger. And he's driving. Well, what was the outcome of that, please?
I mean, we're all still alive, so.
Okay, I thought, well, we ditched the damn car. He's got staples in his ass.
Nope, it was fine. Somehow he kept the car straight. So,
Well, tell us who was in the cars. I'd like to hear that.
so in our car it was just me and Justin Andrews. In the other car it was Justin Frost, Lash Gibson, and Brett Havoc.
No, the results of that was Kenneth had him pull over the side of the road so he could bury his stained drawers somewhere.
What happened to Justin Andrews?
I don't have any idea.
Yeah, that guy was good. I'm not taking away from I mean, Brett does well too, but out of those names, Justin Andrews, I forgot about him. You kind of just floated away, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, Warren.
All right, the one I always end on, and I may have an idea where you're going with this one, but I have been wrong in the past. Now, is the conniving Kenneth James? Are you NWO or are you a degenerate?
I'm a mixture of both because they're pretty much the same. It's the clique.
True. It's true. Favorite venue or town to work in?
Well, I can say that as a heel, I love working in my hometown because I actually don't like anybody. And when I turned heel in Crawfordsville, my promo was straight from the heart, and it was how I felt.
Chris?
All right. What I do for my last question is give you opportunity to let people know, basically promote yourself, let people know where they can find you on social media, upcoming shows, any of that stuff.
Social media, I'm not really on much. I'm at the Dub every Friday night. I'm at NGW coming up on April 26th at the Crawfordsville Armory. And then also April 13th, I'm in, I think it's Danville. It's either Danville or Tyndall at the Exit 210 Saloon.
At the 210, that's Oakwood, yeah.
Danville, Illinois, Oakwood. Yep. So we're gonna see you there.
Yep. I will be there too.
That'll be our first time going to that, being there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
You
It's-
to
guys will be at NGW too, right? Please.
I think so.
That's an armory show. I need that. I need you guys there.
Yeah, definitely don't want to miss that one.
Well, because that's 40 years of my
Bischoff's
second
there.
show. Was
Bischoff's.
April.
Oh, I thought you
81.
said his probation officer.
No, I said Bischoff.
Well, that's another story.
I was getting ready to say, what's
how that
the probation
Yeah,
officer?
just-
He
I
may
was
need
mooting-
one, but I don't know. To be
I was
honest.
mooting people on the interstate.
Bischoff. That's what Bischoff.
Bischoff.
Okay.
I don't know where you got probation officer, but okay.
Another piece of information. That's actually my birthday weekend, so I'm going to be doing the show, and then I'm going to go out and have some drinks.
Do you have anything else?
Nope. We appreciate you coming on.
All right, thank you guys for having me.
The blast.
Yep, outstanding. We'll definitely have you on again in the future.
Definitely. I look forward to it, guys.
Yep. Thanks a lot.
Yep. Bye.
All right. Well, did you anybody have anything else for today?
I have a question for you. You gonna be airing any shows this week?
Why do you have to ask me that question for?
You're the one that airs them.
You're the one that's got them.
Yeah.
I don't have them. I ain't got them yet. No, yeah, I plan on airing
Do
shows
you,
this
you
week.
want to have Andre Strait talk to you again?
That's why I asked why you were asking that question. Andre Stray ain't hey, I think I'm on his good side a little bit because I did get the one show up.
Okay.
Now I gotta get, but no, I'm gonna. I do plan on getting some shows up this week. I want to get that Frankfurt show up because it was so good. But then this week I plan on starting to get all the Comic-Con stuff put out.
They're just
I think I have one.
just Friday night at the Dub this weekend, right? There's nothing else.
Well, there's Wrestling Theologies in Anderson.
Anderson.
Yeah, this is a
Got a big
pretty
show.
dry weekend for. I don't have anything else on. That's the only two I know of. So if you want to see Phoenix in a dance party, Friday night.
I don't know
Thank
if
you,
I want-
Billy.
I don't know if I want to really see Phoenix dance.
Maybe it'll be like the Peanuts character, just.
I think we gotta see the disco guy now with Tammy Jackson.
Do.
Disco Stu and Tammy Jackson together. I think
We have to take
that's gonna
donations
happen
and
this month.
Get some donations up here and maybe pay him a little extra money to re-debut Disco Stew.
That was so funny that night. I just want to dance. He,
I had no idea. I'd never heard about
all
that.
white. He's all. I don't know what the shirt. I think the shirt was white, but I know he had a white suit coat, white pants, and black shoes, if I remember right. Like he said, he spiked his hair all out. And, oh god!
There's a Simpsons character called Disco Stew, and that's like it's sort of.
Billy Buzz is calling you.
I know. I saw that.
He's calling you.
I'm taking it from every direction. No, I planned on trying to start getting the Comic-Con out this week, but I also want to get that Frankfurt show out because, like I said, it was a good show from Saturday night.
Oh yeah, very good. Yeah, really good show.
I guess because since it's the topic, Chris, quit dragging your ass.
Yeah. You have. I ain't going to say that. Okay. Again, Thursday we start our Heels and Faces and Heels Pro Wrestling Talk Show. 8:00 on Thursday.
Hey, I have a nice ass, and I'm pretty good at getting the stuff up when I'm focused.
Okay.
Maybe Tony, you just need to label the stuff Cincinnati Reds highlights, and he'll be like, "Oh,
Hey, speaking of that, Reds are up 3-0. There was.
We're about ready to watch.
Yeah, me and the dog was out there arguing. The Reds were up 3-0.
I meant to turn it over and forgot about it.
You know, if you move Marcus's thing, and David Light's head just a little bit over my guy in the background here. You could almost get the head lined up to the body.
with I'm gonna say I don't care. With the light on that guy, it looks like a black guy. It don't look like David Light.
Well, I know. I need to figure a way to.
I didn't know David Light had a suntan.
Oh God!
What the
That
hell?
was funny. I said, will you sign that? He goes, I don't even know where they got that picture. It's like, because that was his family that done that.
Okay. It doesn't look like David Light with the light on there. It looks like a Tyrone Light. So.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Yeah, we're going down there.
All right. We appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube.
Was he still on there? No, I knew he was. I knew he was. I didn't care.
Please hit that subscribe button at Gonzo'S Sports Room.
I'll never call
Like
him
and
David
follow.
Light again. I'll never call him David Light again. How's it going, Tyrone?
You got Josh Allen managing you?
Tony made at the end of the show, and then he lost it.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, shit. Like and follow Facebook, X, Instagram, on Gonzo'S Sports Room as well. And we'll see you guys next Monday.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my